All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the true power with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to not only the Sarah Soon Seti YouTube page, but the General Seti YouTube page, two dynamic powerhouse institutions on YouTube giving you nothing but black power, black divinity. I want you to subscribe immediately. Do not hesitate. I want you to become a member. Link right down in the video description is in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You'll get a video introduction, rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon Seti General Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. The General got a new website on Teachable, uploading a lot of dynamic curriculums, powerhouse programs, certificate courses. The first one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood, just for the brothers. It is an amazing curriculum. It's an amazing course and program, certificate course. I want you to get over there, look it over. Again, it's a dynamic, amazing program for the brothers, developing the best of the black man into a kingship and the godship. Get over there. It's nothing like it. Check it out. Become a member. Become a brother. That's right. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com. Online marketplace. Official. General Sarah Soon Seti DVD lectures. T-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for you, family. I know you're going to like it and love it. Check out that catalog. Get a discount, shop and save and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general, old Mecca, ancient Egypt, Nubia, Nile Valley studies, the black woman is God, the making of the white man, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism exposed, black Illuminati, hip-hop occult, and many, many, many more subject that'll blow the mind, nothing like it on the planet. Make sure you get over there and become a member today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. The popping is page by far. Ain't no page up there can compare, compete. Over 500 exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. Binging on Black Power, the Black Power Netflix. Get over there today. Become a patron today. The link is right there in the chat, pinned to the chat. That's right. To all the family that donate to the general, thank you, appreciate you. Those that would like to donate, link in the chat, click it, donate. I appreciate you and I thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarah Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking about the secret meaning of the Easter egg and the Son of God, but not the S-O-N, the S-U-N. Don't run. Come on in, family. I know you out there peeking. I know you peeking and say, God damn it, it's good when he talking that hip-hop. It's good when he talking about bombing Iran. It's good on everything, but when you get to talking about they white Jesus, they just like them Negroes over there in what was that? Kenya, where the Hebrew Israelites was over there, and they said that Jesus was black. Boy, they went biblical on them niggas. You feel me? They start stoning niggas. I say, well, ain't this shit? They the Hebrew Israelites and shit. They was stoning them in the Bible. God damn it, they stoning them today. Ain't nothing changed. But we gonna break this down because a lot of people just think, oh, this is about Jesus. This is solar mythos. But they know you as your mind exists on the mundane level. Yeah, your mind on the exoterical, not the esoterical, but the exoterical. You see, you deal on the simple man level, and so they had to deal with you simplistically, and so you think everything from a anthropomorphic level. You think it's about a man, and it ain't got nothing to do with a man. It got to do with the SUN. The resurrection is the first resurrection that man could acknowledge with his own vision was the resurrection of the sun, dying every evening, resurrecting the dawn of every new day. The sun resurrects. So it was the SUN. A lot of people don't know that the SON is the same. Only thing it is that it's symbolic that the SUN has become flesh in the SON. And many times in the ancient Egyptian chronology and dynastic teachings, the Pharaoh was referred to as the son of the sun, the Sirach. You see, that's what it means, Sirach, son of the sun. You see, and so we had to understand this is about. But see, if you can't connect to the sun, see, you don't have no solar methods. And so a lot of people, when you and they subliminally they tell you that they're not connected to the sun. Okay, and so anytime you see Adam and Eve and they put out of Eden, you see the rays of the sun shining down on you, down on Adam and Eve, and you can see Adam throwing his hands up over his face like a vampire. Or if he not throwing, he got his hands down in his palms, which is shame, because the original sin, the shame, the true original sin was being born without activated melanin. You can have melanin, that don't mean it's activated, nor can you activate it. So just being black ain't enough. You got to be activated. You got to be mentally activated to be connected to the cosmos. So a lot of them, they be over there blacker than midnight. Nigga, mind whiter than white bread, Wonder Bread. You see, that's all they know is white Jesus, white bread, Becky, and everything else. That's how, and they got to see, in order to have that, you got to have a chronic niggeritis disease running through your veins and through your mind. And so we got to wake you up today. And even if we can't wake you up, we're going to disturb the disease, mental disease that's running rampant through your mind. So buckle in. It's going to be a rough ride for you today. Now, when we talk about the Easter egg, people say, well, the bunny ain't, well, you got the Easter bunny and you got the egg and rabbits came. It wasn't meant to be about the rabbit laying the egg. That let me know you on the Mudang level. The rabbit is just like many other zoo types that's sacred to the solar mythos. Okay, it's sacred to the solar mythos. Even the dragon, when they talk about the dragon, that's solar mythos. The dragon egg is no different than the Easter egg. Okay, and so matter of fact, let me go on and get this up here today. Let me work out real quick, because we got more fabulous videos we're going to be dropping today. Let me get it up here. Here we go. Now, so first thing first, we got to understand. So when you see here, let me get it in here. Let me get it in here so you can see it good. Let me blow it up. Well, that's good. I think you can see that. Let me see. That's even better. Okay, and so again, when you talk about the egg, you talking about the egg of primordial creation. You see, we talking about the primeval first time, and so the yolk inside of the egg is symbolic of the sun, where the egg is the womb of the universe, and it cracks open for the first time, and the yolk, which is the sun, spills out into the galaxy. You see, so when you understand that aspect, that the egg is solar mythos, it is the cocoon of the sun. Okay, and so when we look in ancient Egypt, we'll see that you see Khepera, the Scarab, Khepera, he pushes the sun through the sky, through the during the days, during the day, it was said that Kepra, the Scarab, matter of fact, let me get that out of there because it's blocking. Let me get that out there so you can see. Okay, good. Where's the remote? Hold on. Where's my remote? Hold on. Where's the remote? All right, we back in here. We back in the house. But so matter of fact, let me show you this. Let me show you this. I got to get you I got the gift in here for you so you can see. You see how the Kepra pushes now they call them a dung beetle. And see, that's how they put they put I believe the eggs inside of the dung. And they roll it up, and it take it, I don't know if I think it's 28 days or something on that cycle where the eggs will, hatch inside and they'll start to bust out of the dung, the ball of dung. And so it's like Kepra was called self-creation out of nothing. So you see, out of nothing comes life. And so as you see, this is where you get to yesterday they had what they call it, the Easter egg roll, where they roll the Easter egg. But you see, it's Kepra rolling the dung ball, which is symbolic of the sun. So they say that the Kepra, the Scarab, rolled the sun across the sky during the day hours. Okay, and so this is where you get today the Easter egg roll. You see what I'm saying? Now they rolling the Easter egg. This is all solar mythos. And a lot of it come out of ancient Egypt. Okay, and so you see, let me get here. You see, and so the rabbit again is only a symbol, just like Heru, the falcon. You see, the falcon is a solar mythos, and many other deities. The ram was also solar mythos. When you talk about Amun or Amun, you see, being one of the solar deities. And so you will see that, any one of the deities where even the cow goddess had a root, you'll see the sun within her horns. And so that's solar mythos. Okay, those was not only, the great mother, but it was connected to the solar mythos. And so even now, down through the thousands of years, even to this day, even when y'all when you put the Christmas, you put the Christmas balls on the tree, you see, you don't understand what that is. That's solar mythos. Okay, they're saying the sun is being born again. Even though it's in the depths of winter, I don't know where they get that from. Even though it's the shortest day and and so on and so forth, and that is born, and then but actually spring is the birth where the sun crosses the equinox, and for the first time, day is actually longer than night. And so when we talk about Easter, and it says that Jesus died and he stayed in the tomb for 3 days, that's actually the the winter solstice. You see, that's actually the winter solstice, where on December 24th, which is the shortest day of the year, and for 3 days after that, it stays at the shortest point in the revolution of the sun. It's at its shortest, or it's at its shortest point during the 364 and 1/4 day. On December 21st is the shortest day. So it is for on that day, daytime is the shortest, night is the longest. You see, on that day, and it stays that way for 3 days, the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. And on the 25th is the first day that they can record that the sun has moved 1 degree north Okay, rising up. The day is now becoming longer. You see, the days are now becoming longer. And so I can understand what people would, but in the dead of winter, this is in the dead of winter, and you do not have no. And so I understand what they're saying, but you do not have birth and life in that sequence like that in the dead of winter. Okay, we don't have no winter in Africa. You have rainy seasons, but you don't have no damn winter. So you got to understand that the seasons and where you at is totally different than compared to being in, closer to the equator. Okay, so in Africa they only have really two seasons, hot and more hot. That's really what it is, hot and more hot, and then it rains, and yeah, it might get a little cooler. Yeah, it might not be 100 degrees, it might be 90, it might be 80. You see, and they say, damn, it's 80 degrees, it's cool out here today, but goddamn it, 100 degrees is really summertime, and right around 80 degrees, and it is what they call the rainy season. So when you look here, you see that in the occult, you see that the egg is symbolic of how even when you talk about Shu, who is the god of atmosphere in ancient Egypt. Okay, and his zoo type was the goose. You see, he was called the cackler. You see, the cackler, because his zoo type was the goose. And so that, in essence, is where you get, again, let me drop this. This is heavy now, but I want you to, I want you to catch up. We talking about the goose that laid the golden egg. See, you don't understand that the goose is symbolic of the great mother. Okay, this is not no goose. This is symbolic. This is for the Mudane. They're going to believe that the goose actually laid the golden egg. But this is the great cackler, the great mother goddess of creation, who laid the egg that cracked open and became the sun. Okay, don't believe it? Let's go here. Now, this come out of the Medunetta. This come out the Egyptian hieroglyphic dictionary. Don't nobody go in here and bring this up, where they talk about what it says, nigger. Yeah, don't nobody bring that one up, do they? Yeah, they don't bring up nigger, the goose goddess who laid the sun egg. This is where you get the goose that laid the golden egg. This is an ancient Egyptian solar mythos. And you didn't know that because you was listening. What's that? Mother Goose fables. Yeah, you listening to Mother Goose fables, and you didn't go home to the ancient text. So they never told you about this. And so you had nothing to make the comparison to. And so you look in and you see the goose, and you see and so even when you talk about Easter, and they show you that, and they wrap them up, a lot of times they wrap them up in that shiny gold paper. They give you all the other colors too. But the gold one, and then they put the chocolate egg in there. You see, and that's on the deeper level. That's the melanin. You see, that's the melanin. I got the picture right here just for y'all so you can see. They wrap the chocolate egg up in the gold foil, symbolic of the sun, but it's also speaking to black divinity. Because when you look into the brain, you will see a certain sacs of melanin, that pools of melanin that overflow in the brain. Is one in near the pineal gland, is one in the back near the what is it? Is I forget it. I say it all the time, but it's the let me get that. It's a medical term, and I know y'all gonna put it in there. Let me get it in there. Substantia nigra. Substantia nigra. And so that's in the back of the brain. If you look there in the back of the brain right there, that's the substantia nigra, and that's a area in the brain where it's full of melanin. And when you lose that melanin back there, and that's where, because in that area, I believe you motor functions and all of that, it is controlled from that area of the brain. So when you lose that melanin, and it's a melanin deficiency in that part of the brain, you get what is it? It's called Parkinson's disease. You see, you get Parkinson's disease and all those things. And so that comes from the substantia nigra is deficient. You see, and you'll look back there and you'll see there's hardly any melanin back there. So even when you look at when you talk about the chocolate egg and you talk about the gold foil over the top, you talking about solar mythos, solar melanin divinity is what you talking about. But see, you on the mundane level. You ain't gonna understand this. You got to have somebody take you in deeper. The dragon egg. And you see here the dragon and you see the egg. And so the dragon is, because the dragon is a solar zoo type. And you could go through all throughout the world, and the dragon was also looked at as a creator deity. Okay, and so when you talk about the dragon, it's also serpentine. So when you talk about Ra, and then you talk about Apep, you see in Apep, during when Ra is on his ark and he's sailing through night, you see he's sailing on the celestial Nile, which is going through the Milky Way. You will see Apep, the great serpent, is trying to attack Ra. So you see right there, that's symbolic. And if you go into the Nordic, you will see the serpent is called the Midgard serpent, and he's at war with Thor. And Thor is Hor, which is Horus. And a lot of times when you watch the Ark of Ra sailing through night on the celestial Nile, it'll either be Set or it'll be Horus, who will be the dragon warrior, who will be at the front of the ark with a spear, fighting Apep to keep him from swallowing the solar egg. Okay, and if you go right down there in right here in America, you got what they call the Serpent Mound, and you will see that serpent. That's how you know that mythos have went all over the world. Okay, that is another documented fact. Understanding that concept have went all over the world, from the far reaches of even up north, all the way across the Atlantic into the Americas, all the way into the furthest extremities of East Asia. Okay, we see the dragon, we see the serpent. And so in Egypt, it was the winged serpent. Okay, and a lot of time when you look at that East Asian dragon, he's more serpentine. Now this one right here is got more of a dragon, a dinosaur type of a lizard type of a body, but in East Asia is more serpentine, where the end of the dragon is more like a serpent. So when you understand the winged serpent of ancient Egypt became the dragon of East Asia, became the dragons that you read about in European mythology. But the difference between the dragon in Africa and East Asia, they were looked at as gods. They had ancient wisdom. That's why you see them with books, and you see them with books, and they love treasures, and but in the European mythology, they were looked at as killers and monsters, because it was symbolic of the sun. And anything that's connected to the sun, the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal is gonna demonize it. You see, gonna demonize it. So yeah, this is solar mythos in its truest form. And then when you look at our Set, see, a lot of people don't look at the Medu Netta, and they don't look at the sacred symbols of our Set, who the Greeks call Isis. And you'll see that the egg of creation is in her name. You'll see right there that the egg of creation is in her name. And so this is the true origin of when you going through Easter, and it ain't got nothing to do with no Jesus. This is not about the SON. It's about the S-U-N. And the S-O-N is you and I, black man, the activated melanin in our minds. It makes us the S-O-N. Because if you go into the Bible, you will see that there's a city that they call On, O-N. Look it up. It is Heliopolis, the city of the sun. Go look it up right now. Go look up the city of On, O-N, and you will see it's Heliopolis, city of the sun. So the S-O-N and the S-U-N is actuality, the same thing. So the S-O-N is the sun, the S-U-N made flesh, activated melanin, the African king on his throne, activated melanin, knowing his conscious connection to the universe and the sun. The S-U-N is the S-O-N, not that Cro-Magnon Neanderthal Jesus that y'all got up on y'all wall today. So I just wanted to make clear what the secret meaning of the Easter egg and the S-U-N of God. Look it up, go behind me, prove me wrong, I dare you. This is General Sarasun Seti. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit the like button. I want you to share with your family and friends. I want you to get over there in that chat. I want you to hit one of them links, support the general, get over there on Patreon. Donations is over there. I'll be right black. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black power.